You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter, and they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Coming up, we have a good one for you between the Green Bay Packers and the Baltimore Ravens. Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And we're underway in Caesars Superdome. And this will be a touchback. We're going to need our home snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get it all started. It's first and 10. Play fake, gets low. Oh, they're going deep here right off the rim. Well, they took that shot immediately. It would have been cool if they connected, but no luck. Second down. And we're seeing this more and more these days. People listening to that opening script from test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
Brought in inside the 20. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a 6-0 lead right away. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. Now Jackson off the play action. And the pack gets home. They drop him.
Hey, twin, man, don't run for me now, man. Last time you beat me, I don't know how, but, just don't run, bro. All that ask for you.
Pistol snap to Jackson.
Don't run, bro.
But the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no luck on his first look of the game, and they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. So an 0-2 start to the game for Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after 3 and out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
So here we go. This is that aggressive mindset they've been talking about. They're going for it here. 4th down, it's Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. Now we'll try a deep shot to the other side of the field. And they don't get the catch they need there.
Bingo.
Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Play action. Love. Defender arrives right as the ball
Cool.
the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I can promise you that is a throw. It's a quarterback when it leaves your hands. You do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB could cut off and take the other way.
Don't run for me after this, bro. Like I said, bro. Don't run.
Back to the air. Love. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that 1st down.
Now ahead of 3rd down. We get a pause here. They're going to call a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Love looking to pass. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a 13-0 lead. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Packers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. Rasheen Ali on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Loading up on the left. It's going to be trips to that side. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
I know I don't have to tell you, Kate. You call basketball for a living as well, and you know shooters got to keep on shooting. Quarterbacks, you got to keep on throwing. But, boy, 0 for 4, this has been a surprisingly slow start.
Got a man downfield. It's Bateman. And this will reach the opposing 25-yard line. Offense to the line fast. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 1st down throw for Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. And dose of the hurry up here. Lamar out of the pistol. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Working quickly here. Now Jackson on third down. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Evan Williams. The 50. He's at the 30. The 10. There he goes. Pick six. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Kate, I know you feel the same questions I do from people as, well, do you ever have a rooting interest in the game? Or is it hard to not root for your home team or anything like that? No, the only thing we root for, to be honest, is a close game. And right now, with this kind of start, it doesn't feel like we're going to have one.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Return coming from the 6. Showing a little burst so far. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Jackson trying again after the pick. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again is Lamar. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Big gain downfield. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Now, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense. Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Complete Derrick Henry. And this is down all the way to the 3. Moving quickly, trying to get set. And again, it's Jackson. Getting out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and goal. Henry will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. Hits him on the out route. Wow, and they're actually going to lose some yardage here as they fail to convert. Now they're facing 4th down. Well, they're in a pretty big hole already, Brock. They're going to pass on the field goal and keep chasing that touchdown. Jackson's going to go on 4th. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens lower the deficit they face. DeAndre Hopkins, the touchdown. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our 1st quarter. 21-8 is our score. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. All set up. Here's Loop to kick it away. Return starts at the 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now Love. Taking a shot deep here. That's grabbed inside the 30. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers down. His second scoring catch of the game. Love now off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's into the end zone. That play adds a couple more to their lead. Well, that right there was a beautiful bit of short field artistry, partner. Netting them a couple more points following the touchdown.
I love that word, artistry, because that's what you are as a quarterback, right? You have got to sometimes create a picture when there is none there. And this QB, more than capable of doing it, that just so infuses everyone around you with so much confidence, because it didn't have to be perfect. He could scramble and still find a way to create one heck of a beautiful painting.
First and 10. Here's Jackson. Ooh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off by Evan Williams.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
All right, here we go. Second down. Now Love on the play fake. Throwing deep here for the end zone. To the corner of the end zone, but incomplete. Oh, he made the catch, but didn't get down in bounds. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They'll throw third and long. He's loaded another one up. This is caught inside the 15. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers.
The best offensive rating in the NBA this season at 120.5, meaning that despite not having the best overall record in the league this season, the Boston Celtics have been statistically the best team in all of basketball. In a relatively weak Eastern Conference, all January running for Jason Tatum got back was stay alive in the race. They have the best player in basketball.
I got 2. Oh, what's that? Did you finish? What the league?
Jason Tatum doesn't have the snap back, catching both defenders off guard.
They must be busy big.
And he was never going to miss the shot. The shot was so easy for Tatum. He knew exactly what he needed to create it. So there's one more thing I want to point out. In order to create that space, he was going to have to step back to his left.
They're
You gotta put your legs in bed.
He would have either done this move very slowly, or he just wouldn't have done it at all. But he does. He steps back with that foot, and it looks like his leg was never even hurt in the first place. If Jason Tatum is able to play with this much confidence in his body just 2 games in, just imagine how he's going to use his body with the playoff start. That's a scary sight for the Eastern Conference. The next play in today's video is going to come from Boston's game versus Cleveland. And after not scoring until the second quarter in Dallas, Jason Tatum came out firing in this one. Jason Tatum's going to bring up the ball here. Just like the last play early in the shot clock, Mimi Escueda is going to come up and set a screen, looking to force a switch this time as opposed to slipping right to the basket. Well, Jason Tatum would get that switch. And now guarding him at the top of the key is the reigning Defensive Player of the Year, Evan Mobley. So despite this being classified as a mismatch, it is still
In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Green Bay Packers and the Baltimore Ravens.